What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Mr. Plays, and today I'm leveling up and doing some gameplay with my new 6-star Ronin. Roll the intro. So guys, I got my second 6-star as a 6-star Ronin, and I was about to level him up, but then I realized I could make a level up and gameplay video out of him. So here I'm just speeding up the level up, because, that's not that much fun to see, but I've been having a lot of fun with this champion. So now we're about to head into some gameplay with Ronin. We're going to do some Realm of Legends with him. Just going to go against Winter Soldier, slap him all of those synergies that is good for him, and just show you some of the stuff that he can do. So, first of all, we've got this Captain Marvel synergy that I have in, where the duration of his bleed debuffs are increased by 3% for each active cruelty, so that gives him good extra bleed damage on all of his stuff. And then Nightcrawler, what he does, live and die by the sword. Blocking attacks have a 50% chance to bleed the opponent, so that's even more bleeding. Romance, that's just some standard gain, 5% plus power gain, so a bit of extra power gain from that. And Moon Knight, whenever he enters a new stance, he will gain a Fury buff, which is really nice to have so that he can get some extra damage. Ronin, with his awakened ability, it doesn't do too much. All it does is it gives you, when you're at 7 cruelties, you have a passive evade. But if you do evade, you lose all your cruelties. So it's just a safety net that will then give you Fury after that. And so he's such a weird champion to play. So he has these different stances. So for his stance preparation is you do a light 1, prepares your guard stance. Light 2, Wraith stance, and your Light 3 prepares the Demon stance. After you enter a stance and then you dodge back, it makes Ronin enter the stance you were on. That is the thing that is shown in the black when you're doing the different things. When you dash out, it'll change color and make that your stance. When you enter a new stance, you will gain a cruelty passive that increases your critical damage by 265, or something like that. So you get much better critical damage, which is really nice, and you can max that out at 7 stacks. Ronin, so what you need to do is you switch through his stances that will give you his more cruelties so that you can get even more crit damage, and that's where all of his main damage comes from. When he's in his guard stance, he has, entering the stance has a 100% chance to purify a debuff, which is really nice. When well-timed blocks activate the parry mastery, so they stun opponents, even if it's a non-contact attack. So I'm pretty sure you can parry, like, projectiles and, like, Iron Man Infinity War's first medium attack. And he gains a 35% extra chance to perfect block, which is really nice. So with Ronin, you want to get up to those 7 cruelties, and then use a special 3, which gives him a massive Fury. See how much his damage is going up by? That special 3, it removes all the cruelties, so you need to work back up to those 7 cruelties again. And then after that, you just want to keep throwing special 2s until you lose that big Fury, and then you want to throw the special 3 again. In this fight, I forgot to re-throw the special 3, so I was throwing just tons of special 2s. But the great thing with him is, look at all that bleed damage. It's just amazing. And then also with his Wraith stance, he gets another little buff that all attacks reduce defensive ability accuracy by 40%, which is always a nice thing to do. And then the special 2 is where his main damage comes from. It inflicts tons of bleeds. It's done some nice damage, some 9k damage, 3k. It just gives some really good damage output. And then finally, his Demon stance. All bleeds gain 75% ability accuracy extra and can be inflicted on blocked hits. So you can bleed through block, which is really nice. Special 1 disorients and enters the prepared stance, so you don't have to dash back, but that doesn't do too much. And then, of course, the special 2 inflicts the great bleed. It also removes all the cruelties, so you have to work back up to 7 again. But here, I forgot in this fight to re-throw those special 3s. So I was just throwing special 2s over and over again, but still getting pretty nice damage even without that massive Fury from the special 3. Ronin, so he's such a quirky champion to play with. You have to do a 2 combo, dash back, 3 combo, dash back, 4 combo, dash back, and then go back to the 2 combo until you get up to 7. And then after you get up to those 7 cruelties, you don't need to do, like, you don't need to switch stances anymore once you get into your preferred stance based on the different matchups or whatever. So once you get to 7, you just work up to your special 2 or special 3, whatever you need to do, and just throw that special, and then you just keep repeating, work up to the 7 cruelties, and then just do all that stuff. The main thing is his main damage comes from the special 2 after a fury gain from the special 3. So that's where his big damage output comes from. And then also from all of his bleeds. Like, he's just ticking off. Once you throw the special 2, when you had that fury on, and you had some nice luck with bleeding, you can just do so much damage. Like, there's tons of 55s and 60s and all this stuff just coming right off of Winter Soldier. Throw that special 2. And then just gives another, 8 more bleeds, and this guy's just ticking away so fast. It's just absolutely amazing. Ronin also has a passive ability, so that whenever he would miss an attack or be evaded, he gains a cruelty passive, so that you can work up the cruelties even faster if you like, just by when you fight like a Spider-Man who's just evading, or a Ghost who you're missing on and all that stuff. And then all of his sword attacks, so if it's an attack with the sword, which is pretty much all of them, except for the final medium, it has a 15% chance to inflict bleed that deals a ton of damage over 7 seconds. And then critical strikes with the sword have a 100% chance to inflict that bleed. So he really relies on the crits, making those like cruelty and precision masteries, all that stuff that gives more crits and better crits. That just makes him the best champion that he can be. Also, he's really fun because he works a ton on intercepting. When you intercept an attack, he gains 683 more critical rating. So if you intercept with a medium and a crits, that's just, you get some really nice damage there. And then also, if you're fighting a bleed immune champion, you will gain a cruelty passive when he would inflict a bleed. So you're fighting like any bleed immune champion you can think of, a robot, a Korg, just anything like that. He will, instead of bleeding the opponent, since they won't bleed, he will then gain a cruelty. So you can, even fighting bleed immune champions, you can work up the cruelties even faster. And there we go. Winter Soldier KO'd. It took a bit of time, but I messed up a few parts. But he's just such a fun champion to play. Has so many different uses. And he's just an amazing champion to play. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a like. And also make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications since we are uploading daily. And until next time, peace!